All right, who wants to recap the session from 4 weeks ago?
Oh god.
That's not that bad.
I just went over the notes yesterday, so I could do it.
I forgot.
Some
All right.
I wrote it all down.
So Zorana did it last time, though, didn't she?
Yeah, I did. Pretty sure.
Here, I'll try to do the best I can. Best I can. Okay. I know at first we got attacked by a bunch of locusts when we woke up. I remember that. And we that took like a long time.
Poor Jake.
We were running around. I remember Zinfel's book got damaged, and a bunch of other stuff we had that was paper basically got damaged. We rolled over for that. Then we ended up walking past some giants. I'm not sure if anything happened between this, but I remember us walking past a bunch of giants and having a horribly hard fight against these
Fire giant.
giants and fire giants, yeah, and this like big ass monster thing that could like dig under the ground. I don't even know what it's called.
Land shark.
It's like a shark, land shark thing. Then yeah, and then we put asleep a bunch of like orc people and their birds, and then we murdered them after we killed all the giants and the rock biter. I guess that's what it's called. And then we found that chain that apparently they were trying to dig out or something. We weren't sure what was going on, and I think that was the whole session. It was just a very long fight.
It was a very long fight. That was the whole session. All right, good. It's a good job. Let me give you a little inspiration token for that, Kareem.
And Zinfel sent a message to Harshnag recently with sending.
I did.
That's right. So you saw my response, correct?
Yes.
That Harshnag sent back. Okay. Did
I
you
missed.
let the rest? Yeah, there was. Did you let the group know? Zinfel?
I'll let them know now. I sent this message, and then I got this in return.
Okay, good.
Oh.
And
So he's coming then.
very important, we got a vibrating rod from the female giant.
Oh, that's right.
Oh
It's
god.
magical.
Yeah.
Vibrating rod.
It's like it weighs 100 pounds, so it's really kind of heavy.
That's right. So, do I need to recap for you guys the way to get inspiration tokens and stuff like that, and bonding points with each other?
Yeah, we got a bond.
Bonding bond.
Recapping.
Bonded.
It's just like
Is that a
roleplay
thing?
moments.
Good roleplay moments between characters.
Ah.
You know.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was a pretty harrowing, traumatic experience you guys went through. So I'm gonna give everybody, let's see, point 1, or actually 1 point of bonding. Let's do it that way. With everyone in the group. Yeah.
Should we like write that down somewhere?
Yeah, you should record it somewhere. Wherever you like
So
to.
we all get one.
I just
bonding
recorded
point.
It's in the recording.
It's in the chat log forever.
Got it.
So like Ryan said, if it's on the internet, that's it. It's never going away. All right. So you send your message, and in the meantime, as you guys are looking around and just kind of settling, and the message was just sent, you notice that Emin is not there.
What?
Where's that friend?
He just disappears. He's completely gone. He was there, literally standing right next to Kareem 1 second, and then all of a sudden he is gone.
He does this.
Why does he do this?
Again?
Like, there's no way
Wait.
he just went to go get groceries this time.
Thornbar.
Yeah.
Maybe if we touch, the spark will happen. Then he'll come back.
Okay. I'll try it.
You guys awkwardly touch for a second. You guys
How
ever
was
saw
that?
the original Conan movie?
Yeah.
You have?
I
There's this
yeah.
one scene where like there's two barbarian guys and like they greet each other and they give each other like the most awkward handshake. It's like
Yeah.
I gotta show. I'll find the YouTube video of it and show it to you guys. Anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you awkwardly touch each other for a moment, but like nothing happens. It's comfortable feelings. So
Well, it was
That,
worth
that
a
wasn't. Yeah, that didn't quite feel right.
shot. It's only right when you Emin does it, right?
yeah, but you guys all do get the strange sensation that you're being watched, and the hair on the back of your neck is standing up.
Oh.
It's the locust.
Look around.
I hide.
Can I see anything?
No, actually, you're kind of up on a hill that's about 20 feet off the ground of your surrounding area, and it's pretty clear outside at the moment. It was foggy this morning, but that
Yeah.
cleared up as you walk throughout the morning.
So it's like
And,
clear, cloudy skies.
You don't really see anything aside from maybe a few birds in the distance.
Hmm.
You also notice, though, that to the east, you see several, not plumes of smoke, but you can make out some farmland, or perhaps a large, just essentially like farmland, and then the road just like goes from west to east.
I hope Harshnag has long legs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is 25 miles away at the Hand of Anam, so it may take him a little while to get here.
Should we camp, my friend? What time is it? I look
So
at the sky.
it's about noon. The sun's real high overhead. It's starting to get really hot. You get kind of hungry. You're definitely bloodied, and well, some of you may be bloody. I think Kareem healed up, or most
Yeah, I
of you
must
guys
have.
healed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Winter's
have
having
full
a
hit
hard
points. I don't know
time.
how. I must have used hit dice
Yeah, we
or
did.
something.
Yeah. Did we take a short rest,
I think we did.
or did we just end?
No,
No,
you
yeah,
took a short rest.
we took a short
In a
rest.
short rest because you had identified the rod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's
and just in general, looking at this pit in the ground right next to Zorana and Kareem, it's pretty large. It's at least 5 feet in diameter, and just to kind of describe it again, it's the soil is like really rocky, but you could definitely tell that it was not tilled but disturbed recently. Obviously, probably because of the creature they called Rockbiter, who was burrowing throughout the earth, which I think I described as a boule, was in there essentially digging out the chain, which is like deep in the ground. So I mean, nobody actually, I think, went down there
No.
to actually like try to move it or
Emin-
do anything. But
Evan
but
jumped
it
down there
is-
to get a closer look.
Yeah, he didn't touch it though.
Yeah, I think you're right. He didn't touch it. He did go down there to get a closer look, but unfortunately, Emin's not here at the moment, so you're not really sure what he saw.
Something about adamantite.
Yeah, he told us something about animantite.
That's correct. He did identify it as being made out of adamantite.
I looked down into the hole.
So looking down into the hole, like I said, it's just a recently disturbed 5-foot diameter pit that goes maybe about 10 to maybe about 15 feet down, with a large chain with links easily the size of your thigh, kind of half buried in the dirt, partially exposed. It's impossible to tell without digging it up actually how long the length of chain actually is. But the metal itself, though grimy and covered with dirt, is remarkably shiny underneath.
Does anybody have a shovel?
No.
No. Do we have one
Winter
in the bag?
stamps his feet and shakes his head. No.
Dang it, Winter! I said get shovels.
Mm.
Yeah. But you're welcome to try anything else, unless you just want to set up camp and chill out here.
We might as well start digging and getting a head start, right?
I suppose.
I have a dagger. I could.
I have-
You know.
I have a short sword that I never use.
So the chain is attached to it, or like wrapped around it?
So the one end of the chain, seems to be reins or kind of like long leather straps and ropes
Okay.
attached to it.
Like a harness?
Those are now, kind of like a harness, and those were attached to the axe beaks that you guys murdered, which
Got
are
it.
those bluish plumage
Mhm.
ostrich-like birds.
I'm sure we've already looked over their bodies, but can I look again just to see if there's any shovels, specifically?
No, these guys look like they were woefully unprepared,
Okay.
and you see no shovels among them.
Darn.
Wonder how they got that bootleg.
This is essentially what an axe beak looks like.
We could try just pulling on the chain. I feel like it's probably pretty heavy.
It's probably attached
We
to
could-
something gigantic.
We could rip off one of these birds' heads and use their beaks.
You know, I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it.
Morbid, but yeah, it could definitely. It might actually serve as a makeshift hand shovel. If it doesn't break beforehand. The soil looks really rocky.
Shit.
Oh, we need like a pick.
And in fact, anybody can attempt a nature check using intelligence, if you
Wait
like.
a second.
I nature.
I might be able to build a shovel using my smithing tools.
You would have to smelt things and make the shape of it. And do you have a
Yeah.
stick lying around?
It works. It's magical.
I hate nature.
So Zorana, so far, from what you can tell, you can actually see multiple layers of sediment.
Hmm.
And I'll let you make a history intelligence check as well. So what I mean by that is on the inside of the pit, you can see multiple layers of rock and
Mhm.
dirt sediment.
And how long it's been there? Probably.
Yeah, you have no idea. Your guess is anywhere between 100 and 5,000 years.
Yeah, that's. We can sure pinpoint that. It could be 13 gold. It could be 12. I don't know, man.
If you were a geologist, maybe.
Oh, the gold meme. Gotta bring that back.
Ammon took that pendant with him, and now he's gone.
Well, should we just set up and wait for Harshnag to get here, and then we can
That's-
try and pull it out?
That sounds like the best plan. Let's just wait.
I'm pretty tired.
Might as well. Do you want to make Winter walk a marathon? After dying thrice today.
No. Let's just wait. Let us wait.
All right.
He's
So your
got
best,
big legs. He's got long legs. He'll be here quick.
yeah, your best guess is that based off of the size of a giant, he'll probably be here in maybe about 8 hours. Should be well into nighttime by then.
Perfect.
Should we go,
So you can do stuff during that time, obviously, if you wish.
Yeah, I guess if we're not doing anything, I might as well make a weapon or something. Or improve a weapon.
I will tend
Definitely.
to winter.
Definitely possible. You can also spend hit dice. I don't know. Cut your toenails.
Practice karate.
Practice karate.
Just go. The old memes. Okay. So it's gonna take like 8 hours, right?
So if you
Perfect.
want to do some smithing,
that's
that's an opportunity to do so, or start a potion, or
Yep.
who knows, God knows what else.
So- Can I improve my whip to something higher? I think you said I could last time.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm not
you,
sure.
you can keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna try doing that. So DC 15, right? I'm gonna use my inspiration die.
All right, fair enough.
May the gods watch over you, Kareem.
Woo! That's pretty good.
Very nice. So let's just mark down here. I think it costs you 2 gold every time you do that, right?
Yeah, something really low. I feel like I don't know. Needs more of a cost.
Yeah, it's alright. So what's it now? A D8?
Yeah, it's a D8.
Wow. So you,
That's a
so
vicious whip.
you have a long sword now.
Yeah. With reach.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me.
But it has
it's
reach.
It's cool. It's got reach. Oh, sorry, I dropped something. I'm just trying to retrieve it. All right. So good 8 hours pass. Night begins to fall. You hear crickets in the distance.
Oh God, no!
Not low.
All right, hold on. How do we repel insects? Durana, how do we repel insects?
Yeah,
Make a
'cause-
nature check.
Sleep in
Maybe I can make some kind of
water.
bug spray with my alchemist supplies.
We could have winter pee on you. Actually, that'll just attract female elk. Don't do that. Actually, it's not a good idea.
I'll take
Lowers
it.
his leg, disappointed.
I cannot suffer any more insects.
Yeah, if you want to try to make a natural bug repellent, you can make
Yeah, I'm
make
gonna-
a nature check and try to look for some
Yeah.
local ingredients and try to make it.
Zorana, can you help me out? You're really good with plants.
Oh yeah,
you po-
I am an
help-
herbidologist.
Maybe help me with the herbidology, and then I can mix it up. I'm only really good at following recipes. I feel like you might be able to help me think of a better recipe.
Yeah, I know some stuff. Could use some lavender or some cinnamon oil.
Okay, I know cinnamon tastes good. I feel like that's what we don't want.
Or some thyme oil.
Okay, thyme. Didn't know that was a plant. Cool.
Yeah. So you can.
It's an herb.
Back where I was from. The children love the taste of cinnamon toast with the crunch. We could never figure out why.
Oh
Hey,
lord.
keep going. Keep going.
Okay, let's get out of here. Cream's being weird again. Let's get out of here.
He tried to help. It's okay, Kareem.
Well, I mean, you can make me a survival check. I think that would work in order for you to find the right ingredients. Whoever is going to be doing that. Of course, you'll be probably ranging out a bit from the camp.
Yeah.
Not to mention that you guys didn't move any of these bodies, so there's also a bunch of rotting bodies all around you. You've been sitting in the afternoon sun all day.
That'll attract bugs, by the way.
As you're now noticing that, some flies have taken up residence in the area.
Bonfire.
Yeah, we could just burn in the body. It's a good
Burn it.
Oh, you would need a lot of wood, and it is sparsely bushy around here, but definitely nowhere near the amount of wood that you would need to create a bonfire. And the hole, unfortunately, is not big enough for you to drag any of the bodies in there. Not to mention that the fire giants probably weigh tons.
We cut him up
we'll
into
just-
little pieces. Never mind, I don't want to do that.
We
I
can
had to
camp a
have
little
all
bit
these
away
thoughts
from the
today.
hill, you know. We don't have to hang out in the midst of all the bodies as long as we can see the hill, make sure nobody.
I mean, whoever's
Oh,
walking
yeah.
by
Nobody's going
might
in
see
there.
us on top of here too.
That
We
is
camp
a good point.
behind the hill.
Yeah.
So behind the hill, kind of on the opposite side.
I can
So
make
imagine
fire.
that the road is south of the hill. What are you firebolting forever?
Cream's just kind of like dodging out of the way. Hey, watch where you
shit.
shoot that.
I'm cooking. We need food.
So I imagine you're kind of camped, a distance off the hill, behind it and to the north, right? Kind of like where I was just pointing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, that's not a problem. Are you actually going to be looking for insect repellent? Or
Yeah.
natural stuff for that?
I
Okay,
can
who's
help you
actually
out.
doing that?
Zorana, why don't I'll just come with you in case we run into any trouble.
Yeah, I know what to look for. Yeah, let's go.
All right, are you helping out?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
doing my
Okay,
best.
so that means that she would get advantage, which is a 15 on the survival check. Okay, so you're able to find some patches of lavender and patches of thyme, which you know that you can press, a large amount of it that you're able to collect into essentially oil that you can use to cover yourselves, your bare flesh. It is definitely prevalent in this area, and you find enough of it that, after some time, to be able to create a suitable repellent for all of your companions.
After some time, you say?
Yes. But then,
Great. This all looks great. I'll squeeze it up and use my alchemist supplies and make some bug repellent.
I do have an herbidology kit,
Oh, great.
herbology.
Herbidology.
You don't even need me.
I'm proficient in it.
Why am I here?
You can help find things. two pairs of eyes. 3 pairs of eyes with Winter. I don't know what he's doing. He's eating some plants.
Yeah. However, in your midst of walking around, you do that feeling of being watched no longer surrounds you, but you definitely get a feeling of holy shit, we're out in the middle of nowhere. There's a bunch of hills surrounding us, and it's kind of dangerous out here because you can hear like wolves howling.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not like there's
The-
trees either, so we don't have a lot of cover. Like, people could easily see us.
Well, you do have hills, so there's plenty of hills around here. And the hills, as night begins to fall, you can tell that the hills are kind of like sparkling, almost as if they have some sort of like glittery rock, built into the hillsides.
Interesting.
Very interesting. But you
It's
do
beautiful.
But you do actually see Zorana. Just give me 1 second here. I just need to pull up something. Zorana, No, I'm sorry, not Zorana. Thornburr, you actually do notice passively that there are definitely signs that other creatures have traveled through this area.
Hmm.
Yeah. You can see that there are carcasses of animals,
Hmm.
bones that have been picked and rotted away at. And other
Hmm.
recent signs of, maybe hunting or travel through here.
Yeah. Does it look?
Finds-
Does it look like it was a beast that did this, or humanoids? Was it like creatures using weapons and tools, or was it someone using their teeth and claws?
Oh no, it definitely looks like humanoids using weapons and tools.
Okay.
You can't tell exactly what, but you do see like an arrow fletching here, a crude arrowhead, the broken blade of like the broken half of a wicked blade. Just like little signs like that, that this area, despite the fact that there's nothing around you at the moment, that people have passed through here.
You know, Zorana, I've really enjoyed this alone time together, but I think it's time we get back to the group.
Agreed.
That's and I start briskly walking back, very briskly. Don't even really care if Zorana's keeping up. I'm walking quickly.
I'm just riding on Winter.
All right. In the meantime, what are because they're gone for like at least 2 or 3 hours. So what are Zinfel and Kareem doing?
Kareem has taken out his stone pipe and has been smoking tobacco, as well as working on. I assume he's been working all day, creating
Yeah.
the web. So,
Yeah. So
that's what
what do
he's
you
been doing.
what do you do to it to make it
I
more
add
brittle?
some metal like lining at the tip, so it has like more slicing ability, and can really like maybe some hooks at the end too, to really like rip at and tear at their flesh when it goes across them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some barbed tips.
So you're kind of like taking stuff off of the fire giant's armor and like you're working it into like little metal hooks and you're kind of
Yeah.
digging it into the flesh of the
Yeah.
whip itself. All right, fair enough. And what about you,
You know-
Zinfel?
Oh.
Go ahead, Ryan, if you wanted to say something.
I was gonna say I'm like it's like I'm braiding it into it, and then fraying the end of the web, so it has like 3 different ends or something like that. So it's like,
Nice.
Are you writing this down for your drawing, Susan? Very specific.
Very, very specific. I didn't see it, so I wasn't there to see it.
Legendary whip eventually. All right. What about you, Zinfel? What are you doing?
I would have set up my tent, gone inside, and just sobbed quietly to myself over my books.
Oh.
Oh no.
What books?
Oh, shit. Too
Sorry.
soon.
Too soon. All right.
Only this morning.
Oh my god.
So, all right, fair enough. As you're sobbing quietly over your books, you think you're so you're really not paying attention. You're not taking any watch, you two, right?
Nope.
I mean, as much as watch as somebody who's working on something would. I mean, I'm not like oblivious to everything. I'm just working hard. So
Yeah.
if something was obvious, I'd notice it, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Why don't we do it this way? Why don't Kareem, you roll me a d100, and Zorana, or Thornbird, you guys roll me a d100 as well.
Go ahead.
That's my birthday.
All right. Hey, so Zorana, roll me 3d6 plus 2. All right.
That's how
Is that
force
good?
comes out of the bushes.
So as you guys are hastily making your way back to the camp, you're it's kind of hard to tell exactly how far away you are, but probably a few minutes at the very least. As you're hustling your way back, you stop in your tracks as you and Thornburr begin to hear kind of like what sounds like some guttural chanting.
Oh shit! Do you hear that?
I don't know. I thought I was crazy. You hear it too?
Languages do you guys speak?
Elvish,
not very
Common,
many.
Sylvan, Orcish, and an extra one that I haven't picked yet.
Holy shit! You know this language. It is Orcish, and
Uh-oh.
it sounds like they're singing some sort of song, whose words you can barely make out, but it's something along the lines of like, "Roast the meat, bring the beef, in the pot the halfling goes."
Holy
Half-line.
shit.
No half.
Thornbird, those are orcs. I think they're gonna eat some.
Oh shit!
So, Whiskers stands up. Not Whiskers, but like the hair on the back of like Winter's neck stands up, and his eyes go kind of like a little wide with a little bit of fear. And like I said, it was nighttime when you guys start heading back. You can actually see the flickering torchlight. Far in the distance of the hills, maybe at least probably 100 or so yards away.
As much as I'd
And
like to.
sound seems to be carrying from there.
Can we tell how many voices it sounds like?
They're
about?
singing, chanting.
Like how large of a group is it? Can we tell by their voices at all?
Oh,
Sound like a large group?
Sure. Why don't you make me a perception intelligence check?
Okay, so that's intelligence plus my proficiency. So that's going to be +2. Okay, I'm not that smart.
Just click perception.
Well, but it's with
Oh,
intelligence,
with intelligence.
instead of wisdom.
Oh, gotcha. Oh,
Wow, nice 18.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
20.
So you think that it's probably over a dozen.
Oh, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
as much as I'd
And then,
love to put a swift end
as
to
you're
them.
listening really closely as well, you think you can even make out the chirps of a high-pitched squeals as well.
That's probably the
High-pitched.
person they're eating or going to eat. It was a
Uh,
halfling.
and then both of you actually hear like what sounds like a woman scream.
We gotta do something. We can't just sit here.
Shit.
Should we? I mean, there's a lot of them though.
I know. And
I'm
just
pretty
the two
tired.
of us. We've both been tired.
Oh,
I don't
God.
know
You got
how
any way
long
far
it took to get back to camp.
We're still like a ways away. From
Oh no,
camp,
we're
you
like a
said.
couple minutes. He said. Maybe.
Oh man. Shit.
I don't want to just leave a helpless person screaming in the middle of a.
What if we
field.
go and
distract
yell,
them? Get them to
and then run
chase
and then
us.
get them to chase us and then go home, go back to the group?
It'll
It
be
was
so
risky.
That's a good idea.
It's risky.
This is
That's
probably
like a
the
Kareem
worst
idea.
idea.
I can yell. I can make my voice really loud. We can be kind of like 300 feet away from them.
We
can have a little head start.
All right. While you guys are thinking about that, Kareem, You actually now notice that there is a distinct sound in the distance that's carrying on the wind, and to a generally northeast direction, you can see what looks like a large amount of torchlight or firelight spring up. It looks like it's probably at least 1, maybe 2 miles away.
Zinfel, do you see that over there?
Well, she's in her tent, studying, so very unlikely that she would see anything right now.
Oh, Zinfel, come out here.
What? What is it?
There's lights over there. It looks like trouble, maybe.
And as he points in that direction, Zinfeld, you immediately spot it as your eyes scan the horizon, and what you can see is the orange glow of what looks like maybe bonfires or torchlight far in the distance, probably about closer to 2 miles away.
There's some activity. A camp of some sort. Bunches of big fire.
And you can actually even hear the sounds of song in the distance that's carrying on the wind. Do either of you know Orcish as a language?
No.
Okay.
I know Infernal. Is there any demons about?
It sounds pretty guttural.
Okay. I'm worried about the others. Where's Thornwood? Where's the runner? They've been gone for a while.
Oh, those two could take care of themselves.
That
they'll
looks
be
like a
back soon.
lot of torches over there. Are you sure? I'm done with my weapon. I think we should head
Well,
over.
We could go. Yeah. All right. Let's go seek them out.
I'm gonna briskly walk towards that direction.
Okay. Alright, so, and Zorana, you're following? Are you guys making any attempts I should know about at stealth?
Always.
No, I'm not. Zinfeld's probably behind, kind of like in the bushes, and then I'm just like walking.
I'm going from tree to tree, watching him stride.
Yeah, doing your ninja stuff. I'm just kind of, walking straight there. Loudly.
Head to the next rock in order to catch up to you.
So, noticing that Kareem is not really being stealthy, are you separating off from him? And go ahead and make me a stealth check as well, by the way.
Guess. Is there a stealth on the move?
Alright.
Oh, screw this.
She's trying to hide, but it's not really working. There's really not enough foliage here to really hide behind. So she crouches, and her foot is her step is really soft, but it's pretty obvious to see her.
I'll hide behind Kareem.
Alright, but you guys start heading in that direction. In the meantime, Thornburn and Zorana, what are you guys doing? As you now notice that the firelight brightens as if they're literally lighting a bonfire. And the song turns more into a chatter, and you even hear a couple of words of argument. You seem to be deciding how to cook the halflings.
Okay.
We would be
All
heading towards them
You
as
distinctly
sneakily.
hear the word halfling.
Yeah. We gotta
All right,
go there as sneakily as possible so that we can do our plan.
Yeah, and you can shoot your bow pretty damn far, right?
That's fucking true. I fucking can.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, though, there are many hills
Yeah,
in the
there's
way.
lots of hills.
So
I'd have
that
to
poses
stand on
a
top of
significant-
something.
And on top of that, are you stealthing over separately, together, and are you doing it with Winter?
Me and Winter will be stealthing towards them to attempt to not really catch him by surprise to attack him, but just to taunt him.
Well, so here's what I think we should do. I think we go up.
Want to get
I
their
yell-
attention away from the halflings.
Yeah, but I think we should shoot some arrows at them. Make them know we mean business, you know?
That's true. Yeah, we could do that.
So I can scream. Scream, and right when I yell at them, you shoot arrows. And then we'll see if they're chasing us, and if they do, we book
double,
it.
Yeah, double distraction. You scream over from the other side of the camp. I will shoot at them while they're not seeing me by surprise.
On either side?
Yeah,
I'm kind of scared
on the opposite
to.
side.
I don't love the dark, and
Oh,
I
shit,
feel
you're
like I'd like to, not split
Be
up.
close.
Maybe
Okay, fair enough. Okay, not do that.
it just scares me a little bit.
Well, just get their
It's a big
attention so that
forest.
I could
you're,
shoot them.
You're much better
and then we
at
will
navigating
run.
the forest.
And as you guys are debating this, you come face to face with a dumb-looking orc that just seems completely surprised to see you guys. In his hands, he's actually holding, from what you could tell, a large great axe, and he's like completely shocked. He goes, "Huh?" So what are you guys doing?
I'll
I need you to roll. Actually, I
tackle
need you to roll. I need you both to roll initiative right now.
I'll speak.
And don't worry about selecting your token or anything like that. We're gonna
Okay,
kind of
okay.
play this a little bit loose.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
speak
shit.
in Orcish. I, messenger from Orc God. Orc God say, halflings no good. They taste really bad, like feet.
That's adorable.
Thornbird looks like amazed at Zorana when this orcish comes out of her mouth. What the fuck?
So, unfortunately, though, as you begin saying these words, the orc does seem pretty surprised to fucking see you, and he starts calling out. He's like, he says, "Two outside camp!" He starts screaming at the top of his lungs as he readies his great axe and immediately charges the closest person to him, which is going to be Thornbird if I roll over 50.
Oh shit.
Can we hear the orc screams? Me and Zinfo?
No,
No.
you guys are a little too far away at the moment to do
Okay.
that. So he charges Thornbird with his great axe because he was the closest guy to him. And it's just like Thornbird easily sidesteps the attack as great axe just slices air. Zorana, you go. Whatever you were trying to say, that guy totally did not hear you. And he just went right for Thornbird.
Damn it. Well, shit. Hey, don't touch him! And I'll just shoot him in the head.
Oh,
Are you atop your winter right now?
No, I'm off of him. Because we were
Okay.
sneaking around.
Sure. Okay. Oh my god.
+4.
Nice. So, one swift, fluid motion, you whip out. Oh, actually, your crit damage should be a D10, not a D8. Yeah.
Oh, I
If you
didn't
mouse
adjust
over,
that.
if you
Yeah.
mouse over your crit damage.
Yeah, I know.
So one swift. If you could just re-roll a D10, then.
Whoop.
And then you do plus that, so you do a total of 13. Is that right?
Yeah, 7 + 2 + 4.
All right. So, one swift, fluid motion. You whip out your bow. You knock an arrow right on it, and you pull back, and you hit an arrow that goes straight to the guy's face. And somehow it does not kill him instantly. It actually goes right through both of his cheeks. and he looks really messed up and kind of weird and shocked about it, but he's still alive, flailing around. And Thornbird, you go. Oh,
Wait,
unless Winter actually
yeah.
goes on your turn, right?
Yeah, he can. He can also attack on my turn. I'll
Alright.
do it, and then he can ram him.
So
Oh,
he tries to
fine.
ram him, but the guy, like, somehow in his stumble and shock from getting shot right through the cheeks, dodges out of Winter's way as he dives to the side. Thornburg comes in, I imagine.
Yep, and I just raise my greatsword above my head and bring it down on this fiend.
Oh, nice.
16?
Yeah, 16's gonna hit.
Nice. Alright, 12 slashing damage.
Nice. And you just get him right off of the shoulder, pretty much the only way down to his navel, and he just like slides off your blade in one fluid motion, spray of blood as you guys kill him. However, you're not sure if the orcs in the distance heard that or not.
So just yell 300 feet.
Okay, should we do it?
Think about that. I'm just gonna go quickly to the restroom.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we try and
Can you do
Sneak mode?
thaumaturgy to make me yell out so I could yell out in Orcish?
Yeah.
Oh,
Does that work?
Smart.
I
If
think
you
I
can
can
cast
do
it
it.
on another.
Let me see.
I think you can. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's range 30 feet. You create one of the magical effects. It says your voice booms up to 3.
Probably
So,
not.
super. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's.
You can just fudge the rules.
I could tell you what to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
and how to say it in a very bad Orcish accent.
Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, okay, you try and tell me what to say, and then I'm gonna try and speak Orcish. Just do some butchered Orcish at him.
Shit.
That'll go over well.
Crap. I'm thinking what to say.
Yeah.
I like my previous idea that I was going with. I told them that the orc gods say that the halfling tastes bad.
Okay.
They
Do you know
should
the
not
orc
do
god's
it.
name?
I have no. Well,
We'll do a religion check when
I
Joe gets
probably
back.
do.
Maybe you do.
Just roll
I
it right
probably
now.
do.
Just roll a religion right now.
If it's your favorite enemy, you might know.
Well, humanoids.
Oh, okay.
They're like favorite
okay.
enemy, but I
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
history of hating them, so
Okay. The
I would know something.
Yeah, I like that. We can pretend that we're the god.
Hopefully you guys see us on the
Yeah.
way back. Otherwise, we're gonna walk.
That's even better. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
pretend that we're the god. You're
You
the
guys, we're
booming
gonna just
god
miss
voice.
you on the way back.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We just run past each other and you go into this army of orcs.
All right, so real quick, what are Thornburn and Zorana doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell him how to say this in Orcish so he can thaumaturgy out in a big, loud, booming voice, pretending to be the orc god. I don't know the name, maybe I do. And say that halfling
You can make
tastes
a
bad.
religion intelligence check if you want to know the name of the orc god.
So basically,
So you know the orc god is Grumsh, One Eye.
Grumsh. Yeah, okay, so Thornburg say, I am Grumsh.
so
I
she's
say
telling me this in
halfling.
Orcish, and I'm trying to
To,
repeat
like,
what she
bad
says
Orcish accent.
in Orcish, and I cast thaumaturgy
Wild
on myself.
thaumaturgy.
This is gonna go perfectly.
All right. In the meantime, Zinfel and Ryan, you guys are approaching, somewhat giving up stealth, right? You're
Yeah, I
not really
never
having
tried.
too much luck with it. You never tried in the first place, and you do notice as you're atop one of the hills approaching the camp, what you can actually see is that there are a large number of what looks like leather tarps and tents, kind of surrounded by surrounding a large bonfire. You can see that there are a number of figures milling about. Definitely, from what you could see, orcs. It's clear to see that they are even the same types of orcs that were aiding the fire giants that you had just recently fought. And you even see a couple of axe beaks among the orcs. and what looks like some smaller halfling-sized prisoners on what look like what are those called? Spikes? Not spikes. I forget the name of it.
Oh, yeah, like the like there's a big wood and they're tied to it,
Spits,
like hanging off of it.
right? I think they're called
I don't know.
spits.
Yeah.
So they've been tied to the spits, or they're in the process of being tied to the spits. But you can also tell that they seem to be gagged because they're struggling and fighting, but they're not really making much noise. When maybe about 2 or 3 of them, it's hard to tell because of the distance and the dim firelight, seem to suddenly run off from the group, and they're heading toward a western direction.
Okay. Would my character be smart enough to know that they would be heading towards my group mates? Because I would figure my group mates would probably, or
Be
if they're
on the
going
way
to something, would there
They're
be
clearly
any way
going
for
to
me
something?
to
You see
understand
that
their
they
intention?
grab weapons and they're all holding great axes and they're running with them.
Can I do like an insight check to see if I can?
Yeah, I would allow that.
Oh,
Okay, you can definitely tell that something's wrong. They're splitting off from the group. They seem to be in a hurry. They look very serious, and your impression is that they're sort of guards that are going to aid something. To aid probably their brethren in some way.
Zinfel, I think we should follow those. They might be running towards our allies. I don't know.
Whether they are or not, it'll be easier to strike that small group.
That's a good idea.
Let's go.
Follow.
All right. So as you guys are moving along, you're trying to follow these dudes. However, to do so might be a little difficult to escape the eyes of the orcs in the camp. So this time, you're going to definitely be seen unless you make a stealth check.
Okay. Because we're running past the camp this time, I think I'm going to attempt the stealth check.
Okay.
Although
but,
it is a
however,
disadvantage.
I'm gonna give you advantage on this because it is nighttime. You're far enough distance away, and it's a hilly terrain.
Okay. Well, thank you for
do
that.
you normally have disadvantage?
I normally have disadvantage.
Okay.
So it's a 15.
So it would be just a flat 15, okay? And I need a roll from Zinfel as well. Alright, good. You guys did not completely botch this. So you managed to escape the notice of the orcs in the camp, and you begin to follow the 3 orcs that separated off of the group. As you and Zarana are practicing your really, really bad Orcish, and she just gave you like 20 words to say in Orcish, and you're like, what? All you can say is Grumsh correctly. You start hearing, you start getting the impression that some other orcs are approaching you guys, as you can kind of hear the sound of feet upon like rocks, and give me 1 second. I just want to check something. Yeah, you can definitely hear something. Thornbur only. Something approaching. Thornbur, are you there?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I was snacking on chips. I cast. I just say, "Fuck it," I can't speak Orcish, and I cast thaumaturgy on myself, and I say, and I just yell at the top of my lungs. I say, "May the justice of Ilmata come down on you. You will all die."
All right, and you're
I
saying
pull out
this
my
in the
sword.
direction of the orcs that are approaching?
Of the feet that are coming towards us. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Get ready to
So meanwhile, Kareem and Zinfel, you can notice that these orcs like slow down as if they're attempting to be stealthy, and then suddenly you hear Thornbur's very distinct, loud voice approach from, between the orcs are between you and them. So you can hear that Thornbur's on the other side of the hill as he says this, and they all kind of like look at each other, kind of somewhat scared for a brief moment as they approach carefully with their great axes. But you're behind them. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, Zinfeld, do you want to do anything?
How close are we?
Probably within 60 feet.
60.
Because I want to do something. But I'll let Zinfeld first.
Well, they don't know you're there, so I'm giving you essentially like a free round to do something.
All right.
I'm about to blow that. Just give me a second. What's Zinfeld does?
Go first.
I'm going to move in closer and go for just throw a dagger and sneak attack.
All right, so you can come up behind them and sneak attack with a dagger thrown. All right, sure, go for it.
20.
Very nice. So 23 is gonna hit.
Yes.
Looks like you're gonna do a total of 9. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you managed to throw a dagger into the back shoulder of one of them. It turns around, completely surprised that you're there. Kareem, what do you want to do?
Okay, so because Thornbur had yelled with his ability,
The
Kareem.
orcs say, "Behind us!" in Orcish, Zarana.
Kareem's gonna yell
Oh shit.
with his helmet. And he's gonna yell, and he's gonna say, he's gonna use his war. What's it called? War leader, I believe. Yeah, his war leader ability to yell, so everyone can hear 300 feet away. And he's gonna say, I don't know. The stone sworn have come to kill you.
All right.
Yeah.
And are you doing anything aside from yelling?
Just getting closer.
All right, sure. So one of the orcs, the one who was shot in the shoulder, he looks like he is running away from you guys as fast as he possibly can. One of the other orcs, he goes toward Thornbur's position, and the other one, with a roar, charges Kareem.
Okay.
So Thornbur, right around the top of the hill, Orc starts charging down as you and Zarana see this guy suddenly appear.
Hearing
And
hearing
then also,
Kareem, hearing Kareem's voice, I'm visibly scared, and I go from scared to a big grin comes across my face. And I turn around and I smile at Zarana and I go, "All right," and I charge forward to meet the orc.
Nice. All right. So you guys clash into each other almost practically at the same time. Why don't you go ahead and roll me an attack roll? Wow, these guys are rolling amazing, aren't they?
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay, you can roll some damage there. As you, I don't even think a 17 would. Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
You just convinced him.
Head off.
You pull
I
your,
get to re-roll one of my ones.
your retribution to the side, and how do you want to do this?
I just behead him at running speed. I don't even break stride. I just swing like a baseball bat swing. And just lop his head off.
Huge spray of blood from the top of his neck, and his body's using the momentum of his charge, just keeps moving forward, headless. Thornbur appears at the top of the hill. Meanwhile, the other guy charges Kareem, and Zinfel. Actually, Zinfel got closer to throw her dagger. Is that right?
Yes.
So
I was
at the moment-
charging forward too.
Okay, so let's see who he attacks first. We'll say high is Kareem. Alright, so he goes for Kareem first, using his swing of his great axe as he tries to get right into you and does nothing, as he just clangs off your shield.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, it would be back to Zinfel. And then Thornbear appears at the top of the hill. What's Zorana doing?
I was trying to get to the top of the hill to see what I can see from the camp and the halflings too.
So when you get to the top of the hill and you look toward the camp, you can see that the camp is riled up. They kind of look really confused though as to like what to do. Like they're very disorganized and they don't seem to have a clear leader among them.
Whatever. Well, nah. I'll let them figure it out. Does anyone look like they're trying to start a fire with the halflings are at? Or they're just really just scattered at this point, and they stopped what they were trying to do with the halflings?
Oh, they look like they're stopping what they're doing with the halflings. If you heard my description of the scene to Zinfel before. And they're trying to organize themselves in the general groups to try to head in your direction. However, from this vantage point, you do have some clear shots.
I do.
So if you wanted to, you could take a shot right now.
I'll take a shot at the closest orc to whatever post the halflings are at.
Sure. So you gotta make me an attack roll there. They are at long
Oh my
range.
god.
Oh, gee.
It doesn't matter that they're at long range because you rolled
Yeah.
220s anyway.
What the hell?
And you gotta roll your crit damage
Roll
again.
fucking crit again.
Look at all these 20s
like-
we've rolled
Plus
today.
4.
Holy shit.
Nice. Alright, so how do you want to do this?
I'll just like get it through the brain of that orc and see that
Oh,
they like
nice.
fall right on top of the like pile of sticks for the fire.
Yeah. Embers and flames like scatter everywhere. One of the other orcs near him like yelps in fear and turns tail and runs in the other direction. Alright. Very good so far. Still looks like, however, there's still a dozen orcs heading in your general direction.
Was there any other
Um,
orc that was like coming up the hill to me in Thornbird that Winter could attack?
No, there's just the orc at the bottom of the hill that just attacked Kareem. However, if you want to come and attack him,
Yeah. Winter, go help him. Get him, boy. Or not. Maybe.
you try to. So Winter tries to charge up behind him, but the orc manages to see it coming and he sidesteps it just as quickly as Zinfel and Kareem are able to act. So Zinfel, you're up.
Okay. So there's one right near or right in front of Kareem, right?
Yep.
And then there was another one that I shot. He ran off.
Yeah, he ran off. He's gone in the hills.
Okay. So let's just firebolt the one by Kareem for 15 fire.
Nice. So how do you want to do this?
Let's emulate the eyes from his sockets.
He screams as his head turns on fire. All his head is aflame. But you can hear the hoots and howls of other orcs that are headed in your general direction. Kareem, it's your turn.
There's none of them are alive, right? All the
No,
orcs
there's-
that are here are dead, correct?
Isn't there
One of them
in front
ran.
None of
the
them
other
are
one got his
alive
head
near
chopped
you at
off.
the moment, but in the distance you can hear that there are more approaching.
Well, I turn to face them, and I guess I head towards it.
Should we just prepare for them to get here?
We have to save the half elves that are in the
Half-elf.
camp. Whatever they are. There's people in the camp. We have to save them. I head towards that way.
All right, sure. So you're moving at top speed, which is 60, right? Is your speed normally 30 or 25?
It's 30.
All right, there you go. Okay, so you close it maybe about a quarter of the distance, using a dash action to try to get there.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd actually take a whole dash action because I'm not gonna run away from my home party. I want to stay with everybody. I'm not gonna charge in by myself. So I'll probably run like 30 feet and then maybe take a dodge action and then wait for them to come up. Like I'm not completely.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. You don't want to separate too far off of them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. So that was Kareem. Thornburg, you're up.
So do we see them coming towards us?
You
From the
standing
top
atop
of
the
the
hill at the moment, next to Zorana. Yes, you do see that the orcs are clamoring together and headed in your direction.
And then between us, there's like a bunch of trees, or
No, it's a bunch of
hills.
hills, like
Just a
hilly,
bunch of hills,
small.
okay.
Yeah, they're not very tall. They range between 5 to 20 feet.
okay.
Winter's
But
done
in
that.
general, they don't really affect your movement. They don't cause difficult terrain or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll just run down the hill, I suppose, towards Kareem and Zinfel.
And Winter.
And Winter. Just run down and say, "They're coming. Let's get ready." And yeah, I'll just prepare. When somebody's in range, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on them.
Okay, so you guys are like, in other words, like holding your ground and waiting for them to come to you? Is that it?
Should we do that? I think.
I mean, I'm already made a decision to run towards the camp, but you guys can do what
I'm
you
gonna
want.
go towards the camp either way, but I'll take a shot from up here before I start moving down.
Yeah, it does look from your vantage point, Zorana, that maybe a couple are actually staying behind to actually keep an eye on the halflings.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start charging with Kareem.
Yeah,
I'll
we
start
gotta go
charging
help
down.
those people.
Okay, so you move 30 feet ahead and you're with Kareem at the moment. All right,
Yep.
so Zorana.
I'm gonna move ahead, but before I do that, I will take a shot at another orc. It's trying
All right,
to take watch.
see if you roll another 20. Oh, so you're doing one of the ones that stayed behind. Well,
Yeah.
even with disadvantage at this range, a 20 is still gonna hit. Nice.
16.
And that's 16 total damage. All right. So this time you get another dude like right in the neck, and he goes down with a spurt of blood, leaving only one orc there watching over the halflings.
If he can see me,
Meanwhile, 10 other orcs are on their way to you guys.
if that orc can see me, I'll give him like a salute.
No, he has
From
no
up
idea where
there.
those arrows are coming from. But Winter goes at this point.
And well, he's with Kareem. He's like chasing with him. I don't know if they're close enough to any orcs.
So he's kind of like galloping behind Kareem and Thornburg, like to meet the orcs halfway.
Mm-hmm. And right
Sort of.
after I take my shot, I will like walk down with them as well.
Okay. All right. So Zinfo, you're up.
Okay, let's take a shot at one of these guys that they're charging towards.
Well, they're still a distance away, so you got to catch up to them. You got to either meet them halfway or get into that general area, or you can stand your ground and wait for them to approach and then ready in action to do something.
I'll get closer, and once I'm within 120 feet, I can set off a firebolt.
Okay.
So I'll move up 40.
Well, when you move closer, they're definitely within 120 feet. You can see them partially between the hills and the darkness. However, it is still pretty dark, so any attack rolls like that would have disadvantage because of the distance and how dim it is out here.
I'll take
So
a shot.
I'll let you make an attack roll. Unfortunately, though, a 9 is going to miss, and it's going to go right into a nearby hill. All right. So, Kareem.
I'm going to continue walking.
Okay. Are
Sorry.
you moving the full distance, or you're taking a total defense? Because they look like they're going to catch up to you guys this round.
Can I? I can hold my action, so I'm gonna hold my attack action for when they get into range, if they're gonna come this round.
Oh yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, then
All
I'll
right.
hold my attack action.
Okay, Thornbur.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. I'll move forward, and then I'll hold my action for when someone comes in range to cast Sacred Flame.
Sure. All right, Zorana, you're up.
The last orc there. I'll see if I can try to get him. I don't know if I can see him in this. I don't think. I'm
Yeah,
high
you can
enough
move
at this
quickly
point.
atop a hill and then take another shot. That'd be fine.
Yeah, I'll try to do that. Ooh.
A 14 will still hit.
Well, got the last guy. Or almost. I hit him.
You hit him, but you actually this time only managed to get him in the leg, and he is still alive. And he looks completely freaking out, and he starts. He pulls out what looks like a wicked-looking long knife or some sort of dagger or a short sword, but wickedly curved, like orc style. And he looks like he is gonna take one of the halflings and go.
No.
As he's cutting that halfling free from the spit.
Uh-oh.
Okay. In the meantime, the rest of them, what is Winter doing? Also galloping behind?
Yep, and then as soon as one comes into range, he'll meet him and then attack him. So holding
Okay.
action. Reaction.
So 10 orcs barrel down on your group, meeting Kareem and Thornbur and Winter all pretty much simultaneously in a clash of weapons and armor and screams and grunts. So Kareem and Thornbur and Winter, why don't you guys take your attacks? Since you're readying them all, this if you manage to kill your orcs, there'll be 3 less attacks. I'll let Winter get the ram damage though, because he was like in mid stride
Charging,
when.
yeah, the charge
yeah.
damage.
Okay.
2d6.
Nice, both those hit Kareem. Whole lot of attacks.
One of them makes a dex save against my Sacred
Yes,
Flame.
that's right. Your Sacred Flame. So dexterity save for that.
Yeah. So he doesn't
All
take
right.
any of it.
So he manages to dodge out of the way, but Winter kills one. As he pretty much like scoops him up off the ground with his antlers and just like tosses the guy to the side. Kareem whips out his whip twice in 2 quick attacks. How do you want to do this, Kareem?
It hits their throat, and it cuts it open with
Nice.
the hooks and the gashes, and it just
Oh,
2
totally
separate guys or on the same guy?
same guy.
Same guy, okay. So 2 quick slashes to the guy's throat, and he just like bleeds out everywhere, down on his knees, choking on his own blood, and he's out of the fight as you kill him. Okay. However, that still leaves 8 orcs barreling on your group because Thornbur missed one. And so I'm gonna say this is like 2 attacks on Winter and then 3 on
Uh-oh.
Kareem. So do Kareem first. Oh my
fucking
god!
yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Why are there so
man.
many crits this game?
What
Do you
is
like
this?
cheat?
However, I thought you had some special armor.
Yeah, I don't think it
Kareem.
can be crit.
You can't be crit. So those actually
Thank
still
God.
do hit though. So you take 7 from the first, 4 from the next, and then 10 from the last one. As 3 orcs just like slam into you and start cutting you up with their great axes. Meanwhile, Thornbur, you got 3 attacks as well. I think all of those miss,
Yeah,
right?
none of them hit.
Yeah.
Well, the first one would hit, but I'll parry it with my great
Oh,
sword.
nice. All right. And then Winter gets hit twice, or
Fuck.
gets attacked twice.
Jeez.
He also gets for 22 plus another 12.
Yeah, no, he's
Wow.
down.
Wow. These orcs, they're great at
Man, you rolled really high. Wow.
What the hell?
Yeah. All right.
Ilmater be praised.
So now it's this
Holy
huge
shit.
melee battle going on, and Zinfo, you're at the top of the round.
Okay.
Oh, Winter's totally
Yeah.
gone.
Let's these murdering orcs. Let's just put one aflame. Hopefully.
Which one? You got 3 separate groups there, essentially. First of all, how is Winter doing? He just took 32 damage. Is
I
he
know.
alright?
I forgot to roll his hit dice earlier, so I don't know if he would have more than the hit points he currently had just now. I never rolled the hit dice. I was planning to, and I forgot.
So Winter's down.
Yeah, he's
Right.
Well,
he had
wait
like,
a second.
He had 10 HP.
Wait a second. No. It says the hit points on at 5:25 p.m. in the chat log. It says that he has 47.
No,
hit
that
points,
was
Winter.
me. I was trying to roll the hit dice, but this
Uh-huh.
click doesn't actually roll anything. It just rolls all 6 at the same time.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I mean that's fine. If you were
Yeah.
gonna heal him anyway, you can
You
just
roll.
pre-roll it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't mind with that.
he could have had full hit points.
So was he spending like? Oh, he would have had full hit points then from that.
Yeah, because he only has 39 totals, and it rolled 47,
Oh.
rolling all 6, so...
So he's got 7 left at the moment then,
Okay.
because he just took 32.
Holy shit.
All right, so Zinfo, you're up.
I'm gonna blast one by Winter then.
Poor Winter.
But I miss.
Yeah, actually, that
Fire.
does.
I'll move closer.
Sure. You can close into melee definitely next round.
Okay.
All right, next person to go then, based off of the order here, which I'll recopy, is Kareem.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm
I know
going to
this
shove.
guy's kind of loosey goosey, by the way.
That's fine. I'll shove.
No
I'll
worries.
shove an orc. I'll shove an orc and then I'll attack him.
Sure. You're pushing him down to the ground.
So he has to do a DC 24. Don't look at the DC 14. That's not right. It's actually DC 24. So he has to make an athletics or an acrobatics check. Save.
All right, sure. He's making
Just check actually. Just check.
and he still fails.
Still fails. Okay, so he's knocked down to the I proned him to the ground, and now I'm gonna get advantage on my 2 whip attacks.
Nice. Oh yeah,
Okay.
those are 2 hits.
Yeah, 10 damage.
Oh, but he's actually still alive. He managed. He
But-
puts his hands.
I'm gonna use let's see. I'm gonna use maneuvering attack. So that's gonna be an 8 extra damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Okay, I'll just same thing I did the last guy. Go for the neck. Okay, and then
Okay.
one of my friends is allowed to move, so I'm gonna have Zinfel. You can move up to half of your speed if you want to. So he can move closer if
Nice.
Zinfel wanted to.
That's another 20 feet.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
All
then
right.
I'll end my turn.
So you managed to take out another orc. That's good. And then your turn ends. And next up in the order is Thornbur.
I'll pull out my great sword and just take a heavy swing at the orc in front of me. One of the orcs in front of me, I should say. 22,
Nice.
so 13 damage.
That's good. You managed to slash him across the torso, but it's not enough to actually kill him. He is still alive.
I use my bonus action and I'll cast Spiritual Weapon, and I'll have another great sword just appear behind him and
Sure.
swing from behind.
So Celestial Light Greatsword swings from behind, slashes him across the back, and you can tell me what happens.
Nice. Yeah, so it just, like, I slash him across the chest, and then right from behind, the glowing spectral weapon sticks through him. Like,
Sweet.
punches him through. Ugh.
So you got 2 on you. Kareem's got 2 on him, and there's 2 on Winter still. Right? Correct? Everybody's cool with that?
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right, Zorana, you're up. So that guy, like I said, he's got an arrow in his leg. Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
He looks like
and
he's
hit
gonna
him
grab
again.
an axe beak. You're gonna try to hit him again before he escapes.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that guy.
Woo!
Nice.
He ain't going
Even
nowhere.
from this distance, he ain't going anywhere. So you can roll damage on that.
Oh damn it!
Wow.
8
Plus 4.
damage.
So you did how much before?
I think it was 5 plus 4. Now it's 4 plus 4. I could be wrong.
Ah, yes. All right. So what happens?
Yep, I was right.
I'll hit him like while he's trying to get to an axe beak in the back. Kind of go through his heart. He'll just fall. I don't know how he
Nice.
has holding
He
the
falls.
halfway.
He
but-
lands on like one of the posts that are holding the axe beak. The post like topples over, and the axe beaks just like scatter into the hills. All right. So 6 orcs left on the 3 of you guys. What's Winter doing?
Oh, while on my turn, I guess he can try to hit the guy in front of him.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Does he get another +4 to damage too?
Yeah, he does.
Sweet.
So that's on
what
my
happened?
turn, and then well, he's dead either anyway. He could stab him and then throw him behind him.
Sweet. A body lands right next to Zinfel with a heavy thud. All right. Next up in the order are the orcs themselves. So only one attacks Winter with his great axe. I
That
believe that misses.
actually misses.
And then 2 on Kareem. Oh, 2 whiffs, and then 2 on Thornbur. See, now I'm rolling shitty. I think the second attack on Thornbur hits, though. Right?
Yeah.
8 slashing on Thornbur.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
All
Good
right.
stuff.
Hui.
Okay,
Ouch.
Zinfo, you're up.
All right, let's take a stab at the other one that's on Winter. Let's have Relix do a help action, distract it a little bit, and then I will just try and slice at the...
Oh, very nice. So you come in, Rillick's like flying around him. He's trying to flail the flying cat with his hands, but you manage to come in with an upward cut, and
Yes. Just get him from groin to neck. Slice open.
nice. All right. So he drops, leaving no one. Actually, just one more orc, right? One orc on. No, that's it. That was the last orc on Winter. Sorry, I can't even keep track of my own numbers here.
Winter gives
Okay, so
Zinfel
there's
licks.
2 left on Kareem, 2 left on Thornbur,
Yep.
and at this point, I think the next person up is Kareem.
Okay. I'm going to do what I did to the last guy. Shove one down and then attack it. He has to make a 12 DC check with athletics or...
He's got that, no problem.
Yep, he definitely got it. I just pushed into him, but it's not doesn't seem to be enough. And then I'm going to attack him.
Okay, 25 will definitely hit. Anything else?
7.
Just the 7?
Make it. Let's do a pushing attack. I haven't done one of those before.
All right.
So an extra 4 damage, and he has to make a DC 14, or he's pushed back 15 feet.
Strength save.
Yep.
Nice. So he gets pushed back 15 feet away from you. He's still alive, but you do manage to like flick him off, or you pound your whip right into his chest, and he struggles back, his feet stumbling over each other. But he's still.
Or I could say I went for his Achilles heel and I tripped him up, and then he walked back.
Sure, that's fine too.
Okay.
She like that better. All right, Kareem,
Yeah.
you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. That's it.
So Kareem being done, I believe it's Thornbur's action now.
Yep. So I'll just do the same thing. I'll attack with my greatsword at one of them. 15.
15 hits. Oh my
17 damage.
God.
Murder.
And then does that kill him?
No, that kills him, man.
So then the other one I'll attack with the spiritual weapon. I'll move over to the one that Kareem just pushed away, and I'll attack that guy.
Yeah. So that hits too.
All right, 5 damage.
Nice. That's enough to do to kill 2 guys in 1 round.
Ah!
Very good. Very good. Okay, so
Be gone with you, fiends.
Zarana and Winter. You guys are up. 2 orcs left. 1 on each of them. 1 on Kareem and 1 on Thornber.
Okay, and there's no more orcs in the camp near the halflings, right? They're like all over there.
No, camp looks abandoned now.
The halflings are just kind of sitting
Oh.
there in horror.
Yeah, they're kind of like wiggling around the ropes, but not really doing or saying anything because they're gagged.
Okay, well, I'll move a little closer to them and also shoot an arrow back at the orc still on Kareem.
Sure. That's gonna hit. 13 damage.
Yep.
That's enough to hit him deep in the shoulder, but he is still alive. And then Winter?
Winter can go up to him and ram him.
Yeah, that'd be a ram. 15's gonna hit, and what happens is he plows into him like a semi truck.
He'll like knock him over and stomp on his back.
Oh, crumpled.
Yeah, you hear bones shatter underneath his hooves. You even think you hear like the sound of a truck beeping, like. "Brr, brr." All right. So 1 orc left. The only one alive in the group. He is turning to tail and run. He disengages from our buddy here and just
Is
tries
he
to-
close enough to me that is he in my 10-foot reach?
Would you guys say, Thornbur, that you like went right next to Kareem when you were trying to meet the orcs head on?
Yeah, I mean, I think we would be
All right,
running
so
up together for sure.
then yes, he is within
Then-
your reach.
I will use my reaction to attack him with my whip.
Go ahead. Nice.
Shit.
And so I wrap it around, I go around his Achilles, just like the other guy, and I stop his movement.
Nice. All right. So he doesn't even get to move. You stop him. He's like trying to struggle, pulling his foot, attempting to put his foot free, but it doesn't work. And
Claws into it, you know?
well, let's see. He's
The
going
hook.
to use his great axe and try to actually cut your whip.
You can't damage weapons in this game.
You might be able to. You never know. Let's see. It'll be against your AC. But I think that's going to miss anyway. Right? Your
Okay.
AC is 20. So he tries to get it, but his axe just ends up going into the dirt.
Okay. I'm sure mending would have helped
Yeah, exactly.
it.
All right. So, top of the round is Zinfel.
One still alive, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll have Relix play with him a little bit, and then I'll come in, try to finish him off.
Sure. All right. Well, that's going to hit. Looks like you did a total of 12. So you managed to stab him in the kidney, but he's still alive. I think next up is Thornber or Kareem. Kareem.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great.
I whip at him again.
All right, you release his ankle, flick out with the whip.
Damn.
The 11 will miss, but the 8 damage is enough to.
Kill him! I'm going to aim for his spine.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You aim for his spine, you kind of wrap it around his torso, and it tightens and pulls, and you snap his spine as he just goes down in
Ugh.
a lump. And within moments, you have wiped out a small contingent of orcs. Look at you guys, all experienced adventurers and shit.
Boom.
All right, what are you doing now?
I'm gonna go help
Heading
these
to the rescue.
halflings.
Yeah, running up to the camp.
All right, you guys trek it to the camp, getting there as soon as possible. You see the place is dirty. Makeshift tents have been erected all around a hastily created bonfire, and you see several halflings kind of wiggling around the ropes. They definitely look like they're putting their hands up in an effort for you to free them, but they're all gagged at the moment as they're making loud noises. You can tell that the halflings, there's one female, 2 males, that all seem to be roughly, approximately the same age, probably anywhere between 20 or 30 years old. And then there's an older halfling there with gray, wizened hair and wrinkles on his face. And he doesn't seem to be as limber as the others, but he's got a very angry look on his face.
We'll free them all out.
Yeah,
You
as
see
soon
the
as
young
possible.
ones were both females?
One girl.
2 males, 1 female, and then an
Got it,
older
got it.
male halfling. So as you begin to free them all up, they they all are talking at once, like thanking you. And then the one older halfling, he says, "Damn freaking orcs! Always attacking us. This will be the second time I got kidnapped by orcs. Thank you kindly, all of you. Name is Ali Woodhue."
It's still battle music, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we're still in battle. No.
This is a scary looking halfling.
We fight the halflings. I go for his neck.
Pleased to meet you, sir. You're awfully short.
Well, and you're awfully rude, he says.
No, I didn't. It's not a bad thing. You're just short. I like it. I think it's cute.
What do I call you, biggin?
Thornburg. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Woodhue.
That's right, Ali Woodhue, as he gets up onto his feet, and you can tell as you're looking at him that he. Why don't you make me a medicine? No. Yeah, with your passive perception, are you trained in medicine?
I am, yeah.
Okay. So you can tell that he's got a limp on his left leg as he's getting up to his feet. Now, where's my damn cane? You find out that the halflings are called Babo, Baxi, and Berta.
Good names.
Are you guys
Baxi.
from like a neighboring town? Is there a small village by here?
Oh no! Actually, we have a homestead not far from here, but these orcs, they attacked us just as the sun fell today. Yes, they set fire to our home, and they took us and all of our livestock as well. They probably ate all the chickens on the way here.
If, like Ollie said, this is the second time they're kidnapping you, how did you not get eaten the first time?
Ah, I'm a wise and tough old halfling, that's how. He says, but my nephews and niece here, they never been through any orc trouble like I have.
I escaped. I was quite a limber one back in my day before my leg twisted out from under me.
Well,
Now, where's my stick? Do you see my stick anywhere?
I could grab like
we
a
searched for a
random stick from the pile of wood.
No, that ain't it. It's my walking stick.
Did they take your things?
Well, they took us and the clothes we had on our backs and any chickens they could carry, which, like I said, they ate all on the way here. He says, but they definitely took my stick, that's for sure. And it's a beaut. Can you help me find it? As he's like kind of looking around, and all the other halflings are also like searching through the area. One of them says, "It's a wonder that you showed up. Amazing. You took care of all those orcs so quickly. There were arrows flying everywhere." And the girl says, "Thank you." And she shakes Zorana's hands like immensely, not immensely, very vigorously.
It's my pleasure, little one. I'm glad I heard the orcs in time.
I guess we're looking
She's
for a
very
stick.
perceptive.
Yeah. So you guys are searching around the camp trying to find something.
Try to
That
investigate?
would resemble what he. Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and make me investigate checks?
Does it have any carvings on it or anything?
Yeah. Give me a second. Give me
Look at us.
1 second. Need to look up something here. So I pull out my DMG. Should have had this ready to go, but random encounters.
Oh, did you roll for this random encounter?
Yeah.
Was that the D100?
Yeah,
Ah.
that's exactly how it happened. All right. So, why don't we make this easy? Blah blah blah. Oh my god, I can't find any of these tables when I need them. All right, why don't we take a little break? Why don't you guys take a little break? 5 minutes, and I'll come back.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds
Yep.
good.
I felt like the combat was much more fluid for me now that I have those macros. It's much nicer.
Less time to delay.
Yes. Looking for a stick. What kind of stick will it be?
So let's see here. Got a 16 on the investigation and a 10.
16's pretty good.
Anybody else made the roll yet?
Nope. Zinfel and Harana need to make a roll.
It's hot. in my-
Susan,
What?
make a roll.
A roll of what?
Investigation.
Oh.
All right. Well, Kareem, you find something interesting. It kind of looks like it may be a walking stick. It looks like this. And it's kind of tucked in one of the tents, atop one of the dirty, I guess, bedrolls that the orcs are using to sleep. Almost like kind of like it was tossed in there to be looked at later.
It feels finely crafted, and it almost seems a little magical. Could I check? See if it's magical.
You need probably a detect magic spell, but as you pick it up, you do feel like a little tinkle of energy, kind of like course up your arm, almost as if it's like a little bit of an electric shock.
You're just gonna steal this man's walking stick just because it's fancy.
No, I would never. I would. Okay, I take that. I look in the tent. Is there anything else in there? Is that just it?
There's really nothing much else in here. You see a lot of chicken feathers.
Sir Fuckers died here.
Yeah. Not really much else from what you can see.
Is Eric here?
Eric?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
Yep.
Over?
I just wondering if you heard what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys are all like
Circluckers.
looking around the tent, but you're looking around the camp. But Kareem, you're actually in the tent looking at this thing.
Yeah, okay, I'll bring it out. Show it to the old man. Is this what you were looking for?
One of the kids says, one of the nephews says, "That's it," and Ollie says, "Oh, let me see that thing." And he kind of limps on over, and he says, "Hi, there it is, my
you
old
go.
lucky walking stick." And Berta says, "Oh, Uncle Ollie, you should let them have it. You should let them keep it." And Balbo and Baxi, they also start chiming in and says, "These people saved our life, Uncle Ollie. We could always get you a new stick. It's not every day that we get our lives saved by adventurers." And Ollie looks really grumpy, and he gives you the stink eye as he looks at you up and down. "What's he gonna do with that? He's too tall to use a walking stick anyway."
We wouldn't dare take it. It's something you use every day.
There did seem to be. Are you sure this is a walking stick? I kind of say to him.
"Well, I found it back in my day. I've been using it as a walking stick for years now." He says, "Why? What do you think it is?" He gives you a very suspicious look.
I really don't know. Zinfel, do you mind looking at this?
You think it's magical, don't you?
Yes, I think it's magical.
I'll wave my sword over it. Is it magical?
Casting a detect magic.
Mhm.
Is that it?
Is that what the sword does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell that it actually is. You can tell that it actually is magical.
Alright. It's quite magical. It has potent magical caning abilities.
You'd have to study it closer to like really know what it is.
Alright, let's see.
I look at the old man and I go, "Do you use magical weapons? Are you a warrior?"
Oh, I ain't no warrior. Yeah, I could pick the pocket back in my day when I was a little bit more limber and my hands weren't all stiff with arthritis. But definitely no warrior. He says, "Oh, I found this old thing in a library. It was just kind of sitting there amongst a bunch of umbrellas. Hurt my leg at the time, and I needed a stick to walk on, so I just grabbed this thing."
So you stole this?
He kind of like shrugs and seems really sheepish about it. Stole. Is it really stealing when you need something?
It
Oh,
can
golly! They all say at the same time.
Can I give him my short sword and have him use that as a walking?
What am I gonna do with this thing? It's all pointy. I'm bound to cut myself on it.
Yeah, probably
You
right.
cut your toe on it.
He seems really reluctant to part with it.
You don't. It's magical. Maybe one of us should take it instead because we could use it to kill, more orcs.
He rubs the gray hair on his chin, and why don't you go ahead and make me a persuasion check?
Why am I always? God damn it! Why do I talk?
Oh no.
Who has a face?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't like the looks of you.
Right.
And he reaches out his hand to try to grab it, and then they all say, "Uncle Ali," all at the same time again.
What do you think, kids?
They're like your age.
Are they?
Yeah.
How old are these? How old are
20,
these guys?
between 20 and 30.
Shit. I'm insulting them.
We're not really kids, they say.
Ah,
They
sorry.
give you like looks.
I didn't mean that in that way. Shit. Anybody else want to help me with this?
Well,
I look at my group.
how big is this walking?
Our
How
face man
tall
is
is this
visible.
actual walking stick?
So this actual walking stick is about 2 feet long.
It's like a wand. It's not a walking stick.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of look like a wand to you. Kind of fancy looking. It's obviously seen some use. I mean, it's been with this guy probably a pretty long time.
I would
Well,
say I could offer you my what's it called? My quarterstaff, but I mean, I'd have to cut it in half for you to use efficiently. No offense.
The kids all look at Uncle Ali. She did save our lives. In fact, one of them was meaning to run off with Berta over here. And if it wasn't for her arrows, they probably would have gotten away. That guy, and he points to the guy on the ground next to the toppled post where the axe beaks were attached to. So why don't you go ahead and make me a persuasion check there, Zarana? Unless anybody else wants to chime in.
I mean, I don't think
think it works.
Are we all have zeros? Wait, Thornburn, what's yours?
No, I got charisma. I don't feel very good about taking this guy's walking stick. I don't know about- Not really on board.
Morals! No, not the morals.
Good. You go with that instinct.
You know,
I would
well,
not,
what
but
if
I have a -1.
Let me see this
What
quarterstaff. He seems really suspicious about it still, but
Yeah,
he
you know-
doesn't seem to be saying no to the quarterstaff.
I take it off my
If we-
back. It's like a
I could craft
big border
something,
staff.
maybe.
Quarter staff.
Yeah, if we give you something, you know, my friends seem like they really want this thing. Maybe if we give you a really good walking stick in its place, we'll give you a better one. This one's kind of, you know, thin and like it comes to a point like that. I feel like that's maybe treacherous or something. I don't know.
Hey, you do make a valid point. And he kind of looks at you. He says, but I didn't like what you called me before.
Can you roll persuasion with disadvantage?
I'll
Listen,
let you
I'm
roll
sorry, I
persuasion, but
didn't-
you ain't getting an advantage on this one. It's just a regular roll.
Okay. Persuasion.
Whoa! Holy!
That's it.
Doesn't matter.
Listen,
You aced it.
listen, Mr.
Another-
Woodhue. I didn't mean no offense. I'm just kind of dumb sometimes, and I say the wrong things. But I mean well. I promise.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. I mean, I guess if it's got a wider bottom, it'll help me walk a little bit better. Then sure, why not? You did do me and mine a good favor, and you saved our lives this day. Probably get kidnapped by orcs a year from now, and well, I could go on walking for another year with a good, proper walking stick this time. All right.
Fair
Let me
enough.
see this thing. And he holds out his hand.
I have my quarter staff. It's probably like thrice his length.
Yeah, but are you cutting it in half for him?
I can cut my quarter staff into a third a staff with my dagger.
With your dagger, you're gonna cut a piece of wood.
Not
I
really
can
with a
chop.
I
dagger,
don't
but
know.
definitely with a claymore. Or whatever Thornber's weapon is. Alright, so
Yeah, I'll
holding
give it
it
a
there,
nice
a
chop.
third, you give it a nice chop. It's a nice rounded edge, which is suitable for him to hold on to, and then like a jagged, like clean cut on the other side, but it's nice and wide for him. And he says, yeah, this will do. Alright, fair enough.
Good.
So, he says, well, home for us is that away toward our ranch. Might as well put out the fires and make our home anew. He says, where are you all heading to?
We're headed to Tribor. Are you sure you guys are gonna be safe? Are there no more orcs in this area?
Oh, we're small and we can hide some. Now that I got
If you-
this nifty old walking stick, I'm sure I'll be fine.
If you want to camp with us tonight, we have bug repellent.
We do.
You got bug repellent.
Here you go, Zinfel. I matched it
we're
up.
kind of a ways. Aren't we on the other direction?
Yeah. Well,
They're a couple
Yeah.
miles from your
Over that
camp.
hill.
we're
Well,
camping
let's
out
says,
behind the
uh,
hill anyway.
Nah, I don't really like you big folk too much. I think I'm gonna go on my own way. Us Woodhues never liked the biggins.
Fair enough.
He says, but good luck to y'all. And if you're headed toward Tribor, watch out for them giants. From what I heard, they were attacked about a 10-day ago.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Them's the word.
All the more reason for us to go.
I think they had a bunch of orcs with them too.
Well, you saw what we did to orcs.
I did. I think your boys and lady here will be fine. All right, kids, let's go. We're not kids. Nollywood who just starts walking in a northern direction out of the camp. You do find a smattering of other stuff among the orcs, but primarily just a handful of coins and stuff. I would say probably about about 21 gold, and I'm not going to bother you counting out the coppers, but you find about 21 gold and another 39 silver.
I'll add that to
Treasure.
the party loot.
Massive amount of treasure here.
We got a wand.
Yeah.
We only have
It's a
a
walking
magical
stick.
walking stick so far.
Yeah, you don't really know what it does, right?
Okay, well, I start heading back towards camp.
I'll just put the walking stick on my pack.
Oh, I'm still identifying it.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Yep.
Maybe it'll help us find water.
No. But are you actually studying it as you're walking back?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys hustling it, or
Nah.
just kind of casually walking?
Casually walking
Well.
back.
Casually, I'm pretty tired.
Hopefully no one's in the camp or something.
Yeah.
I'm walking.
So, you're studying it, and from what you could see as you're kind of waving it around, Zinfel, it kind of sparks a little bit, but not in an electrical way, almost like kind of in a magical way. And it's kind of weird, but you also feel like it's making you more sure of foot as well.
It is a walking stick of walking.
Well, obviously, you're not using it as a walking stick, but for some reason, you just feel like more, not limber, but like kind of light on your feet.
Huh. Walk.
But anyway, as you guys get back to the camp itself, you can see that there is two recognizable giants standing there. One is picking her nose and just kind of dopily looking around, and has not noticed you guys. And the other one is Harshnag, who's staring into the pit and scratching his head. When he sees or hears you guys approach, assuming that you're not doing so stealthily, he looks up and he says, "Oh, hey, I was worried there that something had happened to you."
Well, something did technically happen to us.
Oh, was that so? Yeah, you made quite a killing out here. Look at these bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
I don't
He
like
says,
orcs.
I like to hear all about it, but first we need to talk about this. He says, "What in the nine hells is that?"
I
a
assume you
hole.
don't know what it is.
Obviously, it's a whole dick hole.
No, it's much bigger than a dick hole.
That's a really big.
I thought you were supposed to be the smart one.
We don't really know what they were doing.
Yeah, well, that thing looks like a chain, and probably an adamantine chain at that.
Yes,
They
we
were trying
figured
to dig
that
it
out.
So, all right. Well, unfortunately, couldn't bring any shovels. He says those kinds of things don't really aren't really at the hand of Anam, but
You brought the
Chalcedon,
hill giant.
she's as useless as an asshole on my elbow.
God damn it.
She says, "What?" She's still picking her nose. Yeah, as I was saying, she's as useless as an asshole on my elbow. But I did bring this. And what you do notice is that he's holding what looks like a 6-inch diameter granite orb. And he's got this, like, really mischievous smile on his face.
Uh-oh.
His
Great.
teeth
What
are,
does
like,
that do?
gleaming white.
You brought an orb.
I did.
Does it
Gift from
explode?
Chalcedon. You want to take a guess at what it is?
You drop it in a hole and
No.
it explodes all the dirt away from the chain, revealing it from whatever it's attached to.
I wish. That's pretty cool, actually. But no, it's not that at all. Try again.
Let's not play 20 questions. Just let's use this thing and
It moves
get the
dirt.
chain. Find out what's going on. What does? Let's just show this.
It says, well, you remember that little rock garden that Chalcedon had?
Hmm?
Well,
Yeah,
Chalcedon decided to let you keep his little buddy for a little while. You know, that thing that he called Karasansui or something like that. Chop suey.
Karasansui?
Oh
We can't
yeah.
just keep them.
There's a
for
band.
bit.
He
band in my
tosses it to the Thornbur.
The
Oh.
Thornbur.
How big is this thing?
It's the orb.
So it is a 6-inch in diameter granite orb, and it is super heavy. It's like a mini bowling ball.
Wow. Well, cool.
Cool.
How does it work?
Well, you just hold it and you imagine summoning the earth elemental, I guess. That's what he says. I think you gotta say its name.
Oh
was its
God,
name?
I'm so
As
bad
you're
with
looking at it-
names.
As you're looking at it, you also notice that there's a strange symbol on it, which is in probably some language, or it's just a few lines. But it looks like it's. Here, I'll show you what it looks like.
Is it in giant?
No, it is actually not in giant. Give me a second. I'll show you what it looks like.
In primordial.
It's not in primordial either. It's actually
I
in
don't think that's. Is that even
nobody in this group knows. But this is what it says.
But we're gonna learn anyway.
That's the symbol that's on it.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Peace.
It's a symbol for tree and sun in Japanese.
I think it's rock on.
God damn it. Oh man. That's amazing.
Well. Shit.
Well, hold the ball, say his name, and do like some earthbending dance, you know?
Okay. And what? And just one more time, the name
Karasansui?
Karasansui. Okay.
Not caramel.
Karasanui.
So you say Karasan Sui, and the stone feels very heavy, like as if it wants to be placed on the ground. And do you do so, or do you just continue to hold it?
I'll put it on the ground.
All right. And you do so, and then basically you see it unfold before your eyes into the very large, a huge-sized earth elemental that you met in the Hand of Anam that was serving Chalcedon.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello. He doesn't say anything. He just looks at you. He kind of slams his forearms together, and then gives a muscly pose.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Pleasure
Can
to
you
see
dig
you as
up
well.
this? Can you dig up this chain?
Yeah, can you dig?
He walks to the edge of the pit. By the way, that's what he looks like. In fact, it's him right there. He walks to the edge of the pit. He looks down in it, and then he gives you the 2 thumbs up. And then you see him meld into the earth.
Ooh.
Oh, badass. Wow.
Whoa.
And literally within moments, you see that all the dirt from around the chain itself is getting churned up, as if
Start
it's
backing
all
away.
loosening and vibrating, and you're stepping back from it, and you see that the chain gets lifted out of the ground by like a huge arm of stone, and Karasan Stewie steps on some sort of staircase within the earth itself to appear in front of you guys, holding the chain. And he seems really happy about it as he kind of like lifts it above his head. He dabs.
So it's just a chain. That's it.
Amazing work.
Yeah, it's just the chain.
I'm disappointed.
And you now have in your possession a stone of summoning Karasansui.
Oh wow!
That's invaluable. Take good care of that. Kind of handy against these giants.
Yeah, this one's pretty heavy. I'll hold on to it.
So, it is holding the chain for you at the moment, but you could tell that the chain looks like it's extremely heavy in Karasansui's hands.
Jeez.
Well, that's a lot of
Oh wow!
metal.
Well, would you look at that? And Harshnag kind of walks over to it, and he's examining it very closely. And he says, I have no idea what the nine hells this thing is.
Well, if the fire giants wanted it.
Was there a machine they're building? Is that the someone
Part of
told us?
The
Yeah,
construct.
the Vonnen.
Well, what? Did you say the Vonendad? Great.
That's correct.
You have any idea what that thing is?
No.
Do you?
Any-
A
you-
giant construct.
Well, word on the street is that the Vonendad is actually, yes, a giant construct. Probably better to say, the size of a small mountain. He says, apparently it was built by the giants of old to fight dragons themselves. In fact, it's sort of like a big golem that was designed to just kill every dragon it came across. That's the story, at least.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it culminated in some huge battle, like, thousands of years ago, supposedly, and then, well, I think the dragons managed to destroy it, or something happened to it, and all its pieces were scattered everywhere. I've heard of giants finding pieces randomly around, but I've never actually seen it with my own eyes. This must be some part of it. How did the giants even find this thing anyway? He kind of like looks around. I see no markings around this area. Nothing that would distinguish it from any of the other hills.
There was a magic rod that Sinfel identified as being able to find parts of it or something like that.
No
the
way.
dildo of vibration.
Yeah.
Huh, really? A dildo of vibration. Very fun.
Come on.
But can I see this dildo?
Sure.
So you
It was
kissed your
on
mother?
the fire, giant lady.
Would you like to use it?
Moog might want it.
No,
She stops picking her nose for a second. What? No. That's a big no for me, but let me see this thing anyway. So you pull out the rod of the Vonendad, and he starts looking at it, and he says, "Whoa, this thing's pretty heavy." All right, well,
You need to weightlift more.
he gives you a look. Very funny. You're a regular comedian, aren't you? All right. Well, as he's looking at the Vonendad, he's kind of like shaking it, and he says, "Oh, the thing vibrates." And as he pointed at the chain link on the ground, you see that his hands visibly shaking as he's doing that.
Is that to the vibration? That you? Never mind. Anyway.
This thing is a dildo. He says.
It only
But he
works
wants to
near
use the
pieces of the
chain.
Vanendad, though, I guess.
What if we break this part? Like, what if we just destroy this chain? Then
Is there? Are you mad? Destroy a piece of adamantine. On top of that, destroy a piece of a construct that was built millennia ago, probably by the gods themselves.
yes,
He says, "I'd like to see you try."
shit.
He says, "No, I should probably hold on to this thing." And here goes to reach for the chain itself.
Can I have a piece of? Can I have a piece of that? Maybe.
A piece of the chain.
And how do you suppose I break one of the links off?
Yeah, we could use
What-
this big muscular
How
rock.
close that Kareem.
I look at the rock man.
How heavy is the chain itself?
What do you?
So the chain, he says, "Oh, well, my guess is that it probably weighs about 5 of you."
So about one
What
a
are you
winter.
gonna do?
What am I going to do with it?
No, Harshnag? What are you gonna do with it? Are you?
I
how are
don't
you
know.
gonna-
I'd say it's
I
probably
think maybe
safe
I'll
with
just
him.
hold on to it for now. I mean, if any fire giants come, knocking on my tent flap, I'll give them what for with Gert's great axe. And he pulls
Wouldn't
the
that make
axe
you a
off.
target?
He says,
Yeah.
"You better. You want to be the target?" He says,
No.
"Not to mention that this thing weighs 500 pounds. You're going to be able to lug it around?"
No, I
Well,
just.
I want a piece of
Come-
it just so I can make some, armor out of it. That'd be really nice.
I don't think you would need.
On the ground in front of you with a heavy
Or a
nut.
weapon.
He says, "All right, see if you can cut a piece off."
Mr. Rockman! Dabber, as they say.
He looks
Did
at
you
you
break-
guys and he gives him another muscly pose with his 2 arms in front of him.
Can you break a piece of the chain off somehow?
He gives an anime nod and he tries to go over to the chain. And as he lifts it above his head, he tries to pull it. And then he tries to pull it this way. And he's pulling it this way and he's got it under his foot and he's got it across his back. And this chain is not budging. And he just looks completely exasperated and he just drops the chain on the floor and shrugs.
Well, it's worth a shot. Anybody else have magical abilities that could maybe break the chain?
No.
Nope.
Well, I'd
Okay.
say the chain would be safe with you. I don't know if you would want the rod. Well, you could keep the rod as well if you're going to be looking for other pieces of it. It's better that it's in our hands than in the fire giant's hands.
All right. See, I knew you were the smart one. All right. So, if there's no objections,
Shouldn't we take the rod so we can look for more pieces?
if you want to, this thing's pretty heavy.
It's like 100 pounds, right?
Yeah.
We could
Yes.
just call you and
I mean,
have you pick it up.
He's not traveling with us.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really feel like heading back to the Hand of Anam, if you know what I mean. Of course, you're probably still got a lot of business to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, within towns, and I don't think they would take too kindly to it. Giant.
Well, maybe I should just go some giant hunting and then meet you in the Hand of Amon in a certain amount of time.
Right.
Of course, I would like to go with you to the Hill Giant camp, but that's a long ways off. And frankly, I think I'd kill Moog before that happens. She just looks and says, "What?" And Kara Sansui is imitating her now too. His finger.
nice.
Well,
Yeah, that's
well,
fair enough. We'll meet you back. I don't know how long.
I can't
long
really
should we
travel
say?
that well.
How long you think you're gonna need?
We're gonna go to Tribor and then Yartar and then maybe south to Grudhog.
He just face palms himself. Are you ever planning on going to the Eye of the All-Father? Can't be stuck in chapter 3 forever, you know. Whoops, did I metagame that? Did I break the fourth wall there? Never mind what I said.
Fair enough. Chapter 3 does drag on.
I was thinking that we could get supplies in Tribor, so that we could survive in the mountains.
That'd be smart.
Did we want to go to Yartar and defeat that Aboleth, or no? There was like a purple lady or some shit like that, and some other crap. I don't remember. Like a golden goose.
Giant related.
It's true.
Was it not?
Tribor is giant related.
Tribor is giant related.
I don't know.
Well, if I were you, I'd probably find out what these giants want to do with the Vonadod pieces and where their camp is, where their hideout is.
Well, you can ask.
Of course, we
them
could
if
always
you can-
ask the Eye of the All-Father too. Once we get there, does have a magical prophet after all.
Right, of course.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should go there sooner than later. We can always just come back and.
Does the Eye of the
we could-
All-Father also have a magical flying carpet?
Well, I'll be honest. I've kind of never been there.
Oh,
Would
does
kind of like
Harshnag
to
want
see
to
it
go?
before I die. Hell's yes, I want to go. But I'm willing to wait. Whatever business you need to do and take care of. Says, and I think you should make a decision about stupid over here. He motioned the thumb to move because she can eat a lot, and she's a hill giant, so she's pretty freaking evil.
Yeah, maybe we should take care of her.
Aren't ice giants evil?
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I think if we just got her husband back, she'd be cool.
Which is also in Grudhog.
Yes, maybe we should do that, and then we'll go
wants
up to the
husband.
All-Father.
Husband. Rook. Moog.
If we go to Tribor,
Very well said, Moog. Very well said.
I have a feeling if we hit Tribor, there's going to be more quests for us to.
No matter where we
Pursue.
go, we're gonna get quests.
If there's
man.
anything left,
You gotta
People
say
are
no
always-
sometimes. You can't go saving the world from everything.
I really do want to talk to my friend to warn him of Yartar. Although
That's
I'm
true.
sure the news has already got to him,
we did.
and I
already
did warn him last.
tell
Yes,
him
but
when
he's-
we set
didn't he
to
still
meet
want
in
to go?
Tribor.
Yes, right.
Well, if we meet him in Tribor, we'll see what happens. We can
Yeah,
tell him
let's
to
just
not
take
go,
it step by step.
and then we can probably go to the Eye of the
Sure.
All-Father after that.
So maybe Tribor, pick up some information, resupply, talk to my friend, and then we go back to the Hand and talk to Harshnag and pursue that.
Considering anything might be left of Tribor, since it was apparently attacked a 10
So what are you
day
doing
ago.
with MOOG here?
Well, she seems to like you, right?
He rolls his eyes at you. Yeah. He starts stroking his axe very lovingly.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Well,
Just leave her in defense of the Hand. That's all.
well,
you don't-
I'm sure Moog could get a head start onto Grudhog. She's a hill giant, and that's a hill giant base. She could blend in.
No. Moog says, no. Need help. Rock, no. Rock, no follow me now. Rock, follow Ga. Rock, married to Ga. Need to escape with Rock. Or kill Ga. She takes her hammer and her great club and pounds it onto the ground. Kill Ga! And she starts smashing fire giants' heads.
Would God not welcome you if you went there?
In between breaths, she says, no. Ga very strong and very big. Ga eat a lot. May eat Moog. She just plumps down to the ground and starts picking her nose again, all depressed.
Well, shit.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could just camp somewhere and we'll come find you after we leave Tribor. We can go to Grudhog and...
Harshnag just... he just puts his head up and he's like, oh, God. Fine, do I have to keep playing babysitter with the stupid hill giant?
Yes.
I'm just gonna take the hill giant back to the hand of Anam, and then we'll just lock her in a room somewhere and just feed her pigs or some shit. And you just come get her when you're freaking ready, alright?
Okay,
like
fair
this
enough.
I like this is a great plan.
Alright, I'm not staying there though, so, you know, if you want to meet me in a 10-day or 20-day, whatever the fuck, I'll just meet you wherever you want to meet me.
10-day at the hand. It's done.
There you go.
Alright, 10-day at the hand. Let's see, today's, what? Myrtle the 23rd?
Sure.
Well, it's
right?
nighttime,
Whatever.
so it would be the 23rd, right?
I mean, we could just call you early.
You're the smart one.
Plans change, we'll send you ascending.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
So we'll see
Just trying
what's
to
up at
do
Tribor.
like my thoughts to myself. Yeah,
Sorry
never
if you
the
were
calendar, but it is
in the
murder
bathroom.
there. So let's see here. So that means next month after Myrtle is. Remember was really good with the calendar. Harpdos. Kythorn?
Kythorn.
Yes, of course. That's the day.
Yeah. All right, Kythorn the 3rd it is. That's when I'll meet you at the Hand of Anam.
Okay.
He says, of course, if you die along the way, well,
We'll let
You
you
sure?
know.
I'll be going to the hand myself then. Not the hand, the eye.
Yeah, if we haven't talked to you in
Don't-
10 days, we're dead.
If we don't send word that, hey, we're coming over, we died. We're, dead.
We are completely
We died.
decimated, bodies crushed, dead.
All right, well, how about this? I'll stay within 5 days at the Hand of Anam, okay? And you communicate with me on the last day of the month, and that should keep me close enough to get there in time for you to arrive on the 3rd. Does that work?
Whatever you said, yes. That's the plan.
All right, carry to 2, divide by 3, and the square root of
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, you lost me.
Who has pie?
Right.
So the end of the month we'll get in touch.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
All right, Moog, come on. And he
Good luck.
grabs her by the ear. She says, "Bye."
Bye.
Go save Ruck now? No, we're not gonna go save Ruck now, you idiot. Meanwhile, Karasan is also waving goodbye at them. And within minutes, it's Harshnag and Moog jog off. They are out of sight.
All right.
Well, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah,
Yes.
rest
That
up
sounds
and
like a
head
good
to
idea.
Tribor in the
Karasansu,
morning.
he's got his fingers like this. He's like starts like finger motions, whatever.
I'm gonna like practice my moves with Aaron
Karasansu.
Sunsuke.
His karate
I like your moves. Teach me these.
All right, he starts doing the moon dance,
Okay.
the moonwalk.
Teach me the dab. Kareem learns dab.
Starts doing the Running Man. Anyway. So as he's practicing dance moves, you're practicing actual moves, and after about an hour, he stops moving, and he waves goodbye and folds himself back into a
bowling
circle around the bowling ball.
One
And
hour.
he's got 4 uses remaining.
Till he's gone forever? We can't use him. Could we bring him back to Chalcedon? We could have him back.
Does he just die? Forever?
So you could read his magic item.
I did read it. No. Maybe at the last use we'll give him back to the hand, and maybe he can like keep him alive or something.
Yeah, how's he alive all the time in the middle of the hand?
No, I mean the hand's got some magical properties.
What was your question? How was he alive? What?
How is he not in stony bowling ball form in the middle of the hand, always just working on the Zen garden?
That's a very good question.
We'll find
It's
a
a
way.
special place.
We'll put him back when he's at 1 use. We won't use him ever again.
Yeah, we'll use his last wish to wish that he's
Wait.
free.
There you go. Like a genie.
Japanese genie.
All right. So Harshnag, we'll meet up with you guys.
Can we put him in the bag of holding? Or is that gonna kill him?
It's 10 pounds. He's an elemental.
He's an item. It's good. Right?
By the way,
Yeah.
you do have control of him. So whenever you want to like summon him and shit, you just find him in the journal and then drag him onto the map, and all of you guys have control of him.
Nice.
Is it like a free action to make him...
Yeah, he
Okay.
rolls an initiative bonus and everything,
It's
just
a-
like the rest
it's
of you
an-
guys.
It's an action to summon him, though.
Okay. I did
Yeah.
read that, yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's time to sleep, right?
Yeah, you already have a camp set up, so obviously you're not camping here with those bodies. But
We'll
and
go back
Harshnag
to
did
it.
take the chain and the rod. Oh, and
Okay.
are you finishing to look at the wand?
Yes.
Sure.
What is
All right.
it?
So give me 1 second because I need to finish typing this out. In the meantime, you guys can fix your hit points and replenish hit dice and stuff.
Oh. Uneventful rest. Excellent.
It's an uneventful rest.
Cool. Well,
Killed all the orcs. Better be uneventful.
should we wait for Emin to come back, or should we just make our way back to Tribor?
I feel like last time he disappeared in Waterdeep and then reappeared in Neverwinter.
That's true. He had some...
He'll find his way back.
He had the connection to you, Thornbar.
Yeah,
He's probably already in Tribor.
he's got it.
Probably.
He's
Scouting.
just waiting for us.
Yeah, you're right. He's a mysterious one, that one.
You know what I was thinking? We had that random, like, werewolf's urn. Do you remember that?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to open it because it had some magic.
Well, I
can
wanted to
turn-
open it.
Yeah, but we didn't because we were scared of it because it had magic on it.
Yeah,
Has
yes,
defense
you
magic
guys
on it?
bought it.
Uh-huh.
I can
Yes.
turn off magic now. With
can
my dispel magic
Turn
spell.
off magic.
Even then, you're opening a jar full of ashes.
Well, who knows? Maybe there's
Just
something
spread
cool
it
in
on the
there.
ground. That's true. We don't know that,
There could be a key inside.
but I feel
I
like
don't
seen
know.
that.
Maybe it's far gone and past the point of being anything cool. But I just thought of it. And I just thought of it the other day, and I was like, oh hey, we could do that.
Maybe if we breathe it in, we'll become werewolves.
No, thank you.
Oh yeah, that could happen.
Could be useful.
I suppose. Well,
How-
anyway, just a
How
thought.
is you? How do you turn off this magic?
I have a spell called Dispel Magic, and when I cast it, the magic turns off.
Let's do it. Why not? Turn off the magic.
All right, I'll do it in the morning. I can't do it
You
right
want
now.
that rest?
Okay.
I gotta rest
That
up.
might be a good idea.
Well, I thought it was the morning already.
No, we're sleeping.
I thought it was an uneventful night or something.
It was an uneventful night, but you do manage to identify the walking stick, which is... Bam.
Oh, magic missiles.
Magic missiles.
Nice.
Huh. You have to like know how to use spells to use that, right? I assume.
No, you do not.
Oh.
One can use it.
Well, I don't need it anyway.
Anyone can use a wand of magic missiles, and on top of that, it doesn't require any attunement.
Thorn.
Well, that's cool.
Who wants that?
Yeah, I mean, if nobody wants it, I could take it. I don't really have any long range stuff, but I probably wouldn't use it that much. It looks kind of silly, to be honest. I'd be a little
I agree.
self-conscious about it.
I'll
But I'll give
put
it a
it in
try.
Winter's mouth. Here, Winter, give it a try.
Can Winter do it?
She starts bucking. It starts shooting sparks. Winter like freaks
shit.
itself out and like runs away for like a minute.
Oh god.
It gets like caught in its reins and the thing's still sparking.
I don't know about that one, Zarana.
It's all
Maybe
good
Relix.
fun.
Maybe Relix would like it.
I think you're gonna get the same reaction.
It's pretty funny.
I mean, I'll take it if no one wants it.
Go for it, Thornberry.
I think you should, just for the rare case when we don't have, or you can't reach the enemy,
Yeah.
you would have a
yeah,
backup.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
I've
good. I like
moved it down to the magic items section in the journal.
Awesome. Cool.
But just keep a note then that it's on your possession.
Yeah, will do.
I put a second cream on the field. Let me just wait that real quick.
It's your doppelganger. Now you fight him.
Oh shit!
It's nigga Kareem. Anyway.
I've always felt the hit, brother.
Alright, so unfortunately I do have to stop at 11 o'clock today. I have to work very early tomorrow. But my understanding is that you're on your way now to Tribor? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're going to pick up the session with you guys getting to Tribor. So that way we'll just jump right into it in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good? All right.
Amen.
Cool. Did you guys have fun tonight with your random encounter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
encounter.
That was fun.
We'll never get to the story. We'll just get random encounters.
Oh, there is one other thing I wanted to do because you guys were so awesome, awesomely paired tonight. I'm gonna say that Kareem and Zinfel, you guys get a point of bonding with each other,
Cool.
Okay.
and don't forget, like every 10 points, something special happens with that person. And then Zarana and Thornberry, you guys get a point of bonding with each other.
Nice. So we had 1 point with everybody.
Yep.
From the start of the game.
Except for Emin.
And then
Just kidding. Emin was there.
Edmund was also there, but he didn't get any bonding points tonight because he's not here.
okay. Poor guy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start keeping track of this in its own journal entry right below the path checks.
Cool.
I'll just call it, bonding points or something. All right.
Sure.
All right.
Alright then. Works for me.
All right. Cool. Any questions? We're good. Everybody's gonna be here in a couple weeks when we play on the 19th.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. And that should be a normal session. I don't think I have anything stupid going on the next day. Oh wait, I do. Actually,
Do
I
you
do.
actually?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to cut it early that night too. Which I'm very sorry to do.
No worries.
I do have an early meeting.
What happens?
It's alright. It's not that short. 3 hours is still pretty. Get a lot done.
Yeah, we'll be able to get a lot done, and then we can decide. You guys can decide what you want to do next, because you got a whole 10-day to walk around. All right. Thanks for playing, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. That was fun.
All right, you're welcome.
Yep. Thanks, Joe.
Good night.
All right,
Good night.
later,
guys.
later.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.